The post-split fixtures have been decided. Sky Sports have announced the games they're showing. If you're a Celtic fan, this is good news for you. If you support any other club, you may as well just throw your TV out the window, because apparently you will need one. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, bringing you here a video on the post-split fixture list announcement. This shambles that is known as Scottish football. Again, Sky Sports getting it horribly wrong. The first thing I did take from this, though, is we could possibly have another helicopter Sunday. The last game is Motherwell versus Celtic. The last time it was helicopter Sunday, Celtic were playing Motherwell. The only problem is, Rangers won't be playing Hibs for two reasons. Hibs are shite and didn't make the top six split, so Rangers won't be playing Hibs. And secondly, Rangers' last game won't be a helicopter Sunday because they're shite, and Celtic will have the league sewn up probably about fucking one game into the split. So, yeah, guys, the post-split fixtures have been announced. All the scheduled games are featuring Old Firm clubs. Surprise, surprise. All the scheduled games are featuring clubs for the top six, even though we've got a relegation battle on our hands. We've got Ross County, Dundee United and Motherwell competing for European slots. Does that get taken into consideration? Does it? Fuck. I've seen Rangers fans say that it's all about the Celtic. They said that Motherwell can't complain. They've got the same amount of games as Rangers. But yeah, let's face it, Motherwell have got two games that are going to be shown on Sky, but it's because they're against Rangers and Celtic. They're against both members of the Old Firm. It's not because they're Motherwell, so let's get that straight there. That's the only reason Motherwell games are being shown. It's just shambolic. Sky Sports didn't know whether to show the last Edinburgh derby because they only had one Tynecastle fixture left to show, so they didn't know whether they should choose Hearts versus Hibs before the split or choose Hearts versus Rangers after the split. They decided not to show the Edinburgh derby, meaning we thought they were going to show Hearts versus Rangers on the final day, but they haven't showed that fixture either. So, again, one match at Tynecastle they could have shown, and they've decided not to do it, so that's one less Hearts match we're getting. Apparently, there's seven games behind their quota. There's 7 games behind the maximum amount of matches they could show live this season, and they're not planning on showing any of them. And it's a big disgrace, really, why the Scottish Premiership doesn't complain and, hold Sky accountable for this. I don't know. But here is the post-fixtures in full. So, Saturday, April 23rd, we've got the bottom 6. Aberdeen, Livingston, Dundee, St Johnstone, St Mirren, Hibernian. They're all 3 o'clock kickoffs. Then Sunday, April 24th, we've got Motherwell, Rangers on noon, which is on Sky Sports. Then we've got Ross County versus Celtic after that, which is on Sky Sports. And then we've got Dundee United versus Hearts at Tannadice. So that is the first week. 2 Sky Sports games. That is the only week with 2 games shown on Sky Sports. We then move on to the next week. We've got Dundee United, Motherwell, Hearts versus Ross County, Aberdeen, Dundee, Livingston, Hibernian, St Johnstone, St Mirren, and Celtic versus Rangers. So, yeah, obviously that game will be on Sky Sports. Just going back to the first round of the post-split fixtures, you've got Dundee, St Johnstone. I mean, shouldn't that maybe be worthy of being on Sky Sports? Because that is essentially a game that Dundee have to win. To have any chance of staying up, Dundee need to win that. So that is 100% a relegation. That's Dundee are down if they don't win that match. So why wouldn't that be on Sky Sports? It doesn't make any sense to me. That one definitely should have got the nod, in my opinion. Then we move on to Saturday, May 7th. We've got Celtic Hearts at Celtic Park, live on Sky Sports. Got Ross County, Motherwell, Hibernian, Aberdeen, Livingston, St Johnstone, St Mirren, Dundee, and then the following day on Sunday it's Rangers versus Dundee United. Then on Tuesday, May 10th, we've got Dundee versus Hibernian. Then the following day, Wednesday, May 11th, we've got Dundee United versus Celtic at Tannadice on Sky Sports. Motherwell versus Hearts, Rangers versus Ross County, St Johnstone versus Aberdeen, and St Mirren versus Livingston. Then we move on to the final day. Top 6 is taking place on Saturday, 14th of May. The bottom 6 is taking place on Sunday, the 15th of May. On Saturday, we've got Celtic versus Motherwell on Sky Sports. Hearts versus Rangers, not on TV. Ross County versus Dundee United. That County Dundee United could be for a European spot, but it ain't being shown on telly. And then on the Sunday, Aberdeen St Mirren, Hibernian St Johnstone, and Livingston Dundee. So there you go, guys. That's the post-split fixtures. 6 games being shown in total. And out of those 6 games, all 5 Celtic matches are being shown on TV. We've got 2 Motherwell matches against either side of the Old Firm. And we've got Rangers versus Motherwell. And we've got Rangers versus Celtic. So there you go, guys. The reason for this being, I mean, there could be a couple of reasons. A, Celtic are playing a much better football at the moment. They're probably more exciting to watch, but I don't think that justifies having all the Celtic games on TV and not showing any other teams. Secondly, they've got Rangers versus Motherwell, and then after the Celtic Rangers game, that is the second game in the split, they don't have any Rangers games after that, which tells me Sky Sports might be thinking that by the time Celtic can play Rangers after that match, the league will officially be over. Maybe Sky Sports don't think after that, when Rangers can no longer mathematically win the league, maybe they think the viewing figures will be down and Rangers fans won't really want to watch. You know, the numbers won't be as high. Whereas for Celtic, if they are the champions, then, you know, their fans will probably be much more likely to watch the remaining games, and obviously the match against Motherwell, they'll want to see them lift the title. So maybe that's why it's majority Celtic matches that are on TV and not Rangers matches. But who knows? I mean, if Rangers beat Motherwell, if Ross County takes something against Celtic, then Rangers beat Celtic, and the title fight's back on with 3 games to go, could we see them adding a couple of the Rangers matches on to the televised setup? I mean, they could do, because like I said, they're 7 games behind, so they can add more games if they want, but we'll have to wait and see. The only thing I can assume is that Sky Sports believe that after the Old Firm game, the league will be over, and that they just don't really see the value in showing Rangers games, because maybe Rangers fans will have no interest in watching, you know, their team crawl over the line for second place. That's the only reason why I can think there's all these Celtic games and no Rangers games. I know Celtic are playing better football, but I don't think Sky would take that too much in consideration. Like Man United at the moment are fucking shite, yet they still have a shitload of Man United games on TV, so I'm not really buying that. But yeah, no, disappointing. Basically here, they're just, Sky Sports are saying, unless you're the Old Firm, then your team doesn't matter. You can be in a relegation fight like Dundee and St Johnstone, you don't matter. You can be fighting for a European spot like Ross County, like Dundee United for Motherwell, and you don't matter either, because you're not the Old Firm. You know, you can be Hearts, you can be the 3rd best team in Scotland, probably the 3rd biggest team in Scotland as well. You can have 1 game left to show at Tynecastle, but unless you play in green or blue, then you don't matter either. So yeah, Sky Sports, no wonder it's a 2-team league every season, no wonder it's a 2-horse race. Oh, nobody cares about the other teams. Well, maybe if you showed their matches, more people would fucking care, you know what I mean? Absolute joke. I'm sick, guys. I'm too sick for this shit. So yeah, no, but I thought these fixtures were a joke. Just wanted to make a quick video on it. There you go, let us know your thoughts down below, guys. But overall, not too good. It looks like it's the Celtic show. Yeah, I'm pissed off. It's Celtic all the way here with Sky Sports. Anyway, who knows? I don't know. Can these other teams maybe like get some sort of like agreement where they can just show their own games? Like, for example, like sometimes they're allowed to show a match on like Aberdeen TV or whatever, you know, or this they'll have their own like TVs. Like maybe that's the future for these other teams. If Sky Sports doesn't want to show the non-Old Firm teams, then the non-Old Firm teams should have to show themselves, you know, if that's the only way they're going to get exposure. So yeah, I mean, I would be all for some sort of like subscription service where, even if it's just an online thing, why not? They've got to try something, because I mean, Sky Sport, they ain't getting the TV money, you know, they ain't getting the TV deals and money that Celtic Rangers getting for constantly being shown. So yeah, something needs to change. But I'm done, guys. I can barely speak here. Till next time. Peace.